วัสดีครับยินดีต้อนรับสู่ช่องจุดพุทธอีกครั้งวันนี้ก็มาต่อกับวันที่2ของ Hogwarts Legacy เดี๋ยวไปต่อของเรื่องกันเลย
It's good to see you, Professor.
And you. I was hoping our paths would cross today, before you immersed yourself in studies. Did I hear you and Professor Weasley talking about exploring ruins?
ไม่ได้อ่านเลยพูดเลยนะ
She caught me off guard. I didn't tell her anything else about our travels here. I will say, I think she suspects we're not being entirely forthcoming.
Yes, well, Professor Weasley is a brilliant and astute witch. It was right to keep the details to yourself for now. We don't know where this path we've embarked upon will lead. It may require a bit more flexibility with your time than she would approve of. And she may feel obliged to share details with the headmaster that would be better left between us.
Understood, Professor.
Good. Now, as capable as you are, I believe the ability you possess obliges you to be well trained. Happily, you have the benefit of an exceptionally skilled team of witches and wizards to guide you. Speaking of guides, and so that I may avoid another not-so-subtle reproof from Professor Weasley, why don't I show you the clever enchantment we included in the field guide's map? Unfold it and have a look.
ของผมนี่จะยังอยู่ในช่วงการแนะนำนะฮะ
The map is enchanted to help you
This will be
find your
incredibly
way.
helpful. Thank you.
Now, sounds like you've quite a day ahead, what with classes and a trip to Hogsmeade for supplies, including your own wand. You'll enjoy Mr. Ollivander. He's an exceptional craftsman and a good friend. I shall reach out when I have more information about our mysterious locket. For now, focus on your classes and pay attention. More than your owls may hinge on the magic you are able to master within these walls.
มีนำทางด้วยสำหรับผมนะเกมเนี่ยคุ้มค่าที่เรา
All that happened that day, I would! Get away from me!
ภาพน่ารักมากครับ
Protego! Revelio.
Off on another adventure, are we?
โอ้โหเลเวลล็อกอีกโอเคได้แค่กล่องเดียว
Professor Ronan tends to go on a bit. We sometimes have to remind him to finish the lesson.
Some of us don't necessarily want him to.
เรียนร่วมเหรอจะไม่ตีกันเหรอวะ
Here, behind you. There is an open seat here.
Thank you.
Hello, I am Nettie. So you are the new student. Have you met Professor Ronan yet?
Shall we begin? Welcome to Year 5 of Charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work. But I am confident that we will take hold with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge. Right, now, everyone, please open your textbooks to page 517. But before we begin, can anyone here tell me the difference between the incantations of the color change and growth charms? Anyone? Anyone? I am afraid it is too late to study now. My, the summer months must have really taken a toll on you all. By the looks of it, you all spent your holidays practicing Obliviate on one another. Do you even remember how to perform a basic summoning charm? Well, it seems that we are in dire need of review. Everyone get into pairs and take positions on opposite sides of the classroom. Now let's put those textbooks to use as the blunt objects you so believe they are, and take turns summoning them out of one another's hands. Only one book will be needed per partnership, Miss Dale. Thank you. Get into place now.
Accio!
That is not bad.
You are a swift learner. I see a lot of potential, but remember, potential is nothing without practice. Keep at it. You might just rival Miss Onai here. Very good, everyone. That's enough of that. Well, as you all seem to have the basics down, and it is an exceptionally lovely day, I was thinking that we might have ourselves a little excursion outside for a spot of fresh air. After me. I've always found that fun goes hand in hand with mastery, as I'm sure the Quidditch players amongst us would agree. So, what better than a bit of sport to put our prowess with the summoning charm to the test, right? So why don't we have our newest student start us off? Very simply, cast Accio on one of the spheres and relinquish your charm at the last possible moment. Splendid! Happens to the best of us. Excellent control there. That's it! Very good! Points to Slytherin. But there's certainly no sport in playing without some friendly competition. Miss Onai, would you care to give our new student a bit of a challenge? Come on up. You'll be the blues, just as before, and Miss Onai, you are playing red. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Let us see this. There we go.
Accio!
Stay focused.
Watch this. Phew.
โอ้ยอย่างนี้เราก็แพ้ดิ
Splendid!
Be sharp.
มันได้150อ่ะได้เต็มไม่ต้องเล่นแล้วแหละ
Yes.
โอ้ไม่นะ
Keep trying.
สมณะเขาวินเนอร์
Let us make this a bit more interesting, shall we?
เราชวนมันออกแบบระวังนะว่าดูคลิปนี้นะ
I think we are well past interesting at this point.
I'll say.
Enough chatter. Focus now. You will need it. This round settles it all.
Let us see this.
ผ่านไป
There we go.
Here.
เอ้ยชนมันออก
Excellent.
Here we go. Well done.
ผ่านเขาไม่เฉยเลยอ่ะ
Watch this.
ไม่มีอะไรนะสบายเลย
Yes.
Here.
A perfect score. Remarkable. Very good, both of you. Well done.
ถ้าแพ้2 รอบเกิดอะไรขึ้นอ่ะ
Class is dismissed. Gather your things on the way out.
มันจะผ่านไปแบบไม่มีอะไรเกิดขึ้นไหม
Good game back there. I must admit, I think I underestimated you. Took me weeks to become proficient with Accio. Took weeks for me to get anything right when I transferred here. It gets easier, I promise.
That's good to hear. It's a lot to take in all at once.
To put it lightly, I remember how I felt when I first arrived. I transferred here from Ouagadougou just before my 4th year. My mother received an offer to teach divination here. Before I knew it, we had left Uganda and were halfway around the world at a new school in a new country.
Is Ouagadougou much bigger than Hogwarts?
Ouagadougou School of Magic is the largest wizarding school in the world. So yes, bigger than Hogwarts. But it never seemed intimidating or overwhelming to me. It always felt like home.
Is Ouagadougou a castle like Hogwarts?
Its address is Mountains of the Moon. It is not so much a castle as a beautiful edifice carved out of the mountainside. I remember the first time I saw it, the mist was so thick I could hardly make out anything at all. And then it just materialized before me, this enormous school that seemed to be floating in midair.
This may seem an odd question, but is magic the same there as it is here?
Mostly, yes. But I did have to learn how to use a wand when I arrived here. Hardly anyone at Ouagadougou uses one.
You can cast spells without a wand.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
I find wandless magic to be much more instinctive. Not to mention quite convenient if one is without their wand. I must admit, however, that I am growing quite fond of using a wand. It seems very dramatic.
It's nice to learn about another wizarding school.
Thank you for asking. I do miss Wagadu, but I am glad to be here at Hogwarts. Ah, I think Professor Ronan wants to talk to you. Better not keep him waiting. Until next time.
Of course,
Revelio.
you can use Accio on humans, if you're so inclined.
Well, you'd be using it on clothing, to be precise, Vet.
A word, if you will.
โอ้ยต้องการพวกเควสดิ
You wanted to speak with me, Professor?
I did. I trust your first charms lesson lived up to expectation.
Well, an outdoor competition wasn't exactly the lesson I was expecting, sir.
What charm is there in the expected? You did well, managing to best as gifted a student as Miss Onai.
Thank you, Professor. I enjoyed the match.
Miss Onai is always a fierce competitor, though I sense that she is a bit distracted of late. Now, Professor Weasley has asked that your professors give you instruction outside of the ordinary curriculum. Expect to hear from me soon regarding a special assignment that I am preparing for you.
Potato.
Revelio.
Hello there. You're the new student, aren't you? Anyone been in Albert?
And then the werewolves joined the goblins in the uprising.
Werewolves, where were you? In the Goblin Rebellion of 1752?
And by the end of it, the Minister for Magic was Albert Boot.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, what fun! I won't say my goodbyes. I shall cheer for the boy who says you're telling lies.
I'm not telling lies, Peeves. It was Albert Boot.
No, it wasn't. It was Basil Flack.
Ooh, fight! It's a bold attack. Was the Minister a boot or the Minister a flack?
Stop it, Peeves. You'll get us in trouble.
In trouble you will be, but you can't get Peeves a smack. She says it's a boot and he says it's a flack.
Peeves, enough. You'll get us all detention. And you're both wrong anyway. It was Hephaestus Gore.
It wasn't boot and it wasn't flack, but you're all in trouble with Professor Black.
Revelio. Lumos.
คืออะไรอ่ะ มั่วเนี่ย
Potato. Revelio.
อะไรอ่ะคืออะไรเนี่ย
I've always said that travel broadens the mind.
Revelio.
ยากเลยมา
I always feel quite safe in Hogsmeade. It's your own fault if you come unstuck. That's what my mother would say. And certainly keep away from the Hog's Head. Most untoward.
คืออะไรกลุ่มตรงนั้นเหรออ่ะเดี๋ยวค่อยมา เดี๋ยวไปไม่ได้
Shocked the first time I said it. Potato.
Revelio.
ชอบประเภททุกทีเลยอะ
I'd spend the entire day in Hogsmeade if I could.
My little sisters will be so happy to see you. Mildly annoying.
How nice to see you, my young friend. Taylor!
โอ้ชอบกดตัวคิวอยู่เลยผมคาใจกับไอ้นี่มากเลยอะ302ป่ะวะมันคืออะไร4 บวกเหรอไม่ใช่แล้วมันมาตอนไหนเนี่ยพระเจ้าฮัลโหลนายคืออะไรวะคาใจอ่ะมันคืออะไรเนี่ยม้าคือตัวแทนของเลขอะไรอ่ะ
Fortunate the school's so close to Hogsmeade. There's nothing like it in all of Britain, you know. About the only place that doesn't come with the risk of encountering a muggle.
มีคำใบ้ไหมเนี่ย
To be honest, anything I could get in Diagon Alley this year, I was able to find in Hogsmeade.
If I had to pick one shop, it would be Gladrags. Mr. Hill is always very helpful, don't you find?
เอ้ยมัวถูกมันคือเดี๋ยวนะ3
Revelio.
ผมว่าถูกนะอันเนี้ยไอ้ยะเขาเปลี่ยนชุดไปเลยครับ Offensive เปลี่ยนเลย
I should have known better than to buy something from a child walking the streets of Hogsmeade. Little scamp.
แท็กเควสกันอันนี้อะไรไซเควสเหรอ
Revelio. You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented.
อาจจะมีกระตุกหน่อยนะทุกคน
Stupefy! Is that all you've got? Bombard!
Levioso!
Professor Hecat!
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces in your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull. It was a token from the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. No doubt you've heard of it. Now, you may be asking yourself how an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and lived to boast about it. Knowledge. To the wise, age matters very little. Today we will review a spell that has saved me from death at the hands of dark wizards more times than I care to remember. Levioso.
Levioso? A levitation charm?
Levioso! A surprised opponent is a weak opponent. Care to defend yourself, Master Pruitt? No? One thing I've learned as an unspeakable is the value of simplicity, especially in the heat of battle. Now, let's practice what we've just learned, starting with something small.
Levioso.
Now, let's try something a little larger. Let us begin with the basic cast. See how the dummy deflected your cast? This time, cast Levioso first, then the basic cast. Remember, a surprised opponent is a weak opponent.
Levioso.
Good. Now, the basic cast. Well done. Very good. But the best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two. Duelists, take your marks.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Now, I want a fair duel, using only Levioso, basic cast, and Protego. You may begin.
This should be good form.
I know. Let's just say I
do enjoy a lively duel. If only all my students were this adept.
Not bad for a beginner. You give as good as you get.
I put you on the spot, and you rose to the challenge. Points to Slytherin.
Thank you, Professor Hecat. Glad to have the opportunity to practice.
If what I've seen today is any indication, we can expect great things from you. I demand excellence from my students. They are capable of achieving it, and they must achieve it. A classroom duel is one thing, but battling dark wizards, or as ever more likely, goblins, is a different kettle of Grindylows entirely.
Understood, Professor.
So, I'd advise you to keep practicing whenever you can. Perhaps Mr. Sallow will have some ideas for you. Again, well done today. I shall reach out soon with additional assignments. All right. That's enough spectacle for one day. Class is dismissed.
Revelio.
Nice work.
I enjoyed that.
Well, that duel was quite something. Everyone will be talking about it.
It was certainly good practice.
Practice? Felt more like I was dueling an expert. Didn't expect a new student to be so deft with a wand. Then again, perhaps this wasn't your first duel.
I've dueled enough. Consider yourself lucky I held back.
Huh, fair enough. You owe me an honest duel when you aren't. You know, you might be a perfect fit for a certain exclusive, unsanctioned dueling organization.
Exclusive and unsanctioned. Count me in.
Excellent. Knew I was right about you. If you want to get the most out of your time at Hogwarts, you're going to need to break the rules now and then. Whether it's joining a secret dueling club or sneaking into the restricted section of the library, you just have to be clever enough not to get caught.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll keep that in mind.
Good. Pleasure chatting with you. I'm sure I'll see you soon. Perhaps somewhere unsanctioned? We'll see if your performance today was sheer luck or actual skill. Look for Luke and Brattleby near the clock tower entrance. If you're interested. Till next time.
Off on another adventure, are we?
เฮ้ยผมกดแผนที่เดินก็ได้
Revelio.
เอากราฟิกลงสักระดับหนึ่งความลื่นไหลดีกว่าคิดดูละมันมีอะไรที่ไปเปิดเขานะก็ไม่ได้เปิด
Revelio.
Oh, not again! Here I've come from the toilet bowl where she said I could swim. That's the goal. As long as we're only one time. Something is right for us carp sought to trap me, confine me inside of a jar. But he failed as this is.
Revelio.
Up now, Annabelle. It was a long time ago.
Glad you could make it. Lucan's just over there.
Can I help you?
Sebastian told me to see you about a club.
If Sebastian vouches for you, that's all I need to know. I coordinate duels for crossed wands. A dueling club of sorts. It's invitation only, so you must have really impressed Sebastian.
I'm flattered to hear that. Sebastian's not a bad duelist either.
Imagine it's quite something to see the two of you duel.
How does crossed wands work exactly?
You show up, I match you with other duelists, and whoever is still standing in the end wins. It's our way of determining the school's greatest duelist once and for all. And to liven things up, the winner is awarded a prize. Interested?
Of course. Dueling's an entertaining pastime.
I agree. Besides, in crossed ones, you can duel with a partner if you like. Your first time I'll pair you with Sebastian. Next time, you'll need to bring a partner along, or duel alone. So, care to step into the ring?
Get me in the ring.
Spectacular! Let the fireworks begin!
We'll make you regret signing up.
Come on, think of that.
Levio, find the one!
Sendo.
Don't shy away now.
There goes my wife.
I could never duel like that.
Nice work. Sebastian wasn't wrong about you. There's strong competition ahead, but keep this up and you could be the next school champion.
Brilliant. Count me in.
I shall. Now, it takes time to organise these duels, but check with me later. I may have something lined up for you. Again, congratulations on your first crossed wands victory. Well fought. Hope to see you back here again.
Revelio. Revelio. Accio. Leviosa. Accio. Revelio. Accio. Revelio. Levioso. Revelio. Revelio. Levioso. Lumos. Revelio. Lumos. Levioso.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide. I'm most pleased to be included. Revelio.
Just wait till I've grown a bit, then we'll see how well you do.
Revelio. Levioso. Revelio.
อะไรหน่อยนะผมรู้สึกมันกระตุกแบบมันก็เป็นบางช็อตนะ
Hogwarts survives the rain of this.
Revelio.
Leviosa. Accio.
โอ้ไม่ได้ ผมจะ
Revelio.
มันอยู่ไหนอ่ะ
I've always said that travel broadens the mind.
What about the room, Professor?
I was thinking the same thing, Deke. Perhaps you could help.
Oh, excuse, Deke.
Ah, there you are. I trust your first classes went well?
They did, Professor.
I heard as much from Professors Hecat and Ronan. Seems Professor Fig taught you quite a bit during your brief detour near... what was it you said? Some ruins? I'd wager there's a good deal more to your travels here than what you've told me. Isn't there?
Have you and Professor Fig not discussed my training?
He continues to be reticent about the details, mentioning only a few spells. Revelio, was it? And Lumos?
That's correct, Professor.
I see. Like trying to get a sonnet from a streeler. Regardless, you must continue to build upon what you've learned. In that regard, I've asked your professors to help hasten your progress with some extra assignments.
I'm not sure I have time for extra assignments, Professor.
You shall find the time. You'd be astonished to know just how much you don't know. In fact, Professor Ronan will meet you outside momentarily to assign your first one. Now, regarding the trip to Hogsmeade I mentioned earlier, we've arranged to replace the supplies lost on your way here, including seeds, potion recipes, and spellcrafts.
Thank you, Professor.
And Mr. Ollivander will connect you with the perfect wand. You've managed your classes well with a borrowed wand, but you'll find the magic you cast with your own wand to be far superior.
Can you tell me more about the potion shop, Professor?
J. Pippin's Potions stocks a wide array of potions ingredients, although they rarely sell recipes. Professor Sharp asked that they have a couple of particular recipes on hand for you.
I've never heard of a spellcraft before, Professor. What is it?
A spellcraft is a recipe of sorts used when conjuring objects. I shall explain more about them when you begin working with transfiguration magic.
There's an Ollivander's in Hogsmeade.
There is. Most people are familiar with the shop in Diagon Alley. We're fortunate to have someone like him nearby. Mr. Ollivander is a genuine craftsman and highly skilled wand maker. I would trust no one else to pair me with a wand.
I'm eager to get to Hogsmeade.
Very well. I'd like you to make your first visit to the village with a classmate. Help you get your bearings. Perhaps Sebastian Sallow or Natsai Onai. I've noticed you spending time with them.
I'd like to go with Sebastian.
Glad to hear it. Mr. Sallow is a capable young wizard, and he knows the area. He'll keep you well clear of any of Victor Rookwood's undesirables en route.
Rookwood?
A rather unsavoury local. Best to avoid him and his associates, including his right hand of sorts, Theophilus Harlow, if you can. Once you've finished Professor Ronan's assignment, your friend will meet you at the castle doors. No time to waste. The sooner you complete your work, the sooner you can enjoy a butterbeer at the Three Broomsticks.
Pop แสงสักหน่อย เคียงกับจอหลักที่เห็นเยอะ
Ah, there you are.
You have a new spell to teach me, Professor?
Indeed I do, and an exceedingly useful one at that. The mending charm, Reparo. Fixes things right up, makes a broken object good as new in the blink of an eye.
It seems as if that might come in handy.
More frequently than one would imagine. As Professor Weasley mentioned, I am not the only one who will be teaching you spells outside of class in an effort to catch you up with your peers. A number of your professors have agreed to do so as well, but first, each shall ask that you complete a few preliminary tasks to hone your magic. I have arranged some for today. See them through and then report back to me. We will have you casting Reparo in no time.
I'll start on the task right away, Professor.
Revelio. Revelio. What are you up to now?
Don't talk to me about humiliation.
Revelio. Revelio.
There's something in there. I just know it.
Hello. I don't believe we've met.
Oh, hello. I'm Lenora. Pardon me if I seem a little distracted at the moment. Everyone thinks I'm utterly balmy. Samantha thinks I'm potty. But it's this painting. I never noticed it before. If I know Hogwarts, and I do, an empty frame doesn't appear for no reason. There's something more to this.
Have you gained any insights about the painting since you've been studying it?
I did discover that casting Lumos has an effect of some kind. But I'm not sure what to do next.
If I have the time, I may look. Could be intriguing.
I've been racking my brains long enough. I hope you'll have better luck than I have. Do come and find me if you stumble on something illuminating that solves the mystery.
I were up all night reading letters from my secret admirer.
คือรูปอะไรเนี่ย
Revelio.
มันต้องมีสักอันแล้ววะ
The last time I careful not to upset her.
ใช้หลักปานน่าจะเป็นแล้วนะเนี่ย
Hogsmeade's no London. I'd love to have a house in one of the more like that.
อะไรเนี่ยหาไม่เจอ เนี่ยสักครู่นะทุกคน มีเก้าอย่างเอามาบวกกัน ใช่ไหมรูปที่11ตัวอะไรวะเนี่ยข้อมูล21ครับ อยู่ลำดับที่ 3 ไม่ใช่ต้องเรียงแบบอะไรวะ เหมือนของคอมพิวเตอร์อ่ะ มือนภาษาคอมบ้างก็ไม่แน่ใจ0 ถึง 9อ่ะถ้าอยู่ลำดับที่2 11 บวก 2 เป็น 13แล้วยังไงต่อวะมันมี9นี่คือเลข9พอเป็น10ก็นับมาเลข10 11 12อันนี้9 10 11 12 13ข้างบนแล้ววะ
All of the shopkeepers like
ลูกมังกรโอเค
something extra in the bag for me. 5 บวก 9 ได้ 14 10 11 12 13 14ลูกอะไรลูกนกอ่ะไม่ใช่มันได้ 174 บวก 3 บวก 10 9 10 11 12 13 14บวกอีก3 15 16 17 14ต้องเอามาลบข้อที่13เอามาลบคีย์อะไรนะ21 21 ลบ 13 ได้ 8มันถ่ายสมองเป็นรองปัญญาเลยนะมึนเลยอ๋อได้ถุงมือใหม่
Revelio. Here.
Isaac, teach me everything.
Someone Someone's bound to solve the riddle of the empty painting soon.
Hello, Lenora. Could you remind me what's so special about that empty painting?
It's not necessarily special, as far as I can tell. It's some sort of puzzle that I'm trying to work out. Have a look if you're of a mind. Perhaps you can spot a clue that I've missed.
My father said...
Revelio.
Lumos. That spot must be a clue. I should look around in case it's nearby. This looks like the location from the painting.
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented flu powder.
I think there were dock seats as well. But surely those were code.
Accio! Leviosa! Lumos. Let's get you back to your frame, little moth.
อ๋อหิ่งห้อยผมนึกว่าผีเสื้อพาผีเสื้อกลับบ้าน
I knew there was a connection. I should tell Lenora that I solved the puzzle of that empty frame.
I think rules against these.
Lenora, I solved the mystery of that painting.
You did? How?
I found the location depicted in the painting, and then I cast Lumos to guide a moth back to the frame.
All very logical, I suppose. Pity I was so close to solving it. You have a knack for solving riddles. Natty's good at that too. So is Amit, although he does tend to over-explain. Well, I'm glad someone figured it out. The moth! I should have seen that.
This is the right area. I wonder where the flying page is. Leviosa! Lumos. Leviosa! Lumos. Leviosa! Lumos.
Revelio.
Accio. Got it.
ถ้ามีวงนี้คือมันจะมีอะไรสักอย่างบินอยู่
A flying page must be around here somewhere. Brilliant!
I trust the preliminary task.
I completed the assignments, Professor.
Marvelous. You clearly know your way around basic charms. Let us give the old mending charm a try then, shall we? Remember to be deliberate in your enunciation and movements. I want to see some vigor. Now, wand at the ready.
Yes, sir.
Remember, your wand is a conduit of your magic.
ซ่อมสิ่งของ
That's it. Very good. If you would like to practice mending something, have a go with that broken statue in the alcove by the water. It allegedly symbolized heartbreak. Perhaps a jilted lover thought it too accurate and lashed out.
Repair it. Levioso. Revelio.
ไม่มีอะไรเลย
Levioso. Accio.
I thought it would be hard adjusting to sharing a room, but I rather enjoy the company.
Revelio.
It's very sheepish lately.
เนี่ยเหมือนมันมีกล่อง
Lumos.
My secret admirer. They're very jealous of me, I'm sure. I think rules against these things almost.
ไม่ใช่เมจิกโทรตอนนี้ยังไม่สามารถปลดล็อกไม้กายสิทธิ์ได้นะ ไม่ได้ใครว่ามา
Revelio.
ชุดข้างในที่เป็น7ก็จัดเลยอะ
Well, fancy meeting you then.
Hello, Sebastian.
Ah, my new charge. I'm told you're in dire need of supplies, and I'm to accompany you into Hogsmeade for them. Is this your first foray into the village?
It is. I haven't left the castle since I arrived.
Well, I shall endeavour to be the very best of guides, then. Hogsmeade's a charming little place. Self-contained, too. We should be able to find you everything that you need. Shall we? I was glad Professor Weasley asked me to join you today.
As am I. Thank you, by the way.
Of course. You're the only one who's ever bested me in a duel. The way I see it, I'd be wise to keep an eye on you. Speaking of Weasley, she seems to have taken quite a shine to you.
Has she? That's nice to hear.
I'm still surprised that a professor would entrust me with anything, given my detention record.
Spend a lot of time in detention, do you?
Just enough to keep me well-rounded. Speaking of detention, this trip to Hogsmeade might have saved me from one.
Glad I could be of service.
Madam Scribner, the librarian, was on the hunt for me, as is often the case. Professor Weasley came to retrieve me, and I was able to convince old Scribner that I had somewhere to be.
So how did you manage to get on the librarian's bad side?
Well, I suspect it's a matter of differing opinions. She thinks I shouldn't be allowed in the restricted section, and I, on the other hand, am inclined to disagree. Oh, just one moment. This is an excellent spot to gather lacewing flies. They're pretty to look at. If you stew them long enough, they make a powerful potion ingredient. Merlin's beard from the Forbidden Forest. Look!
What's going on?
See for yourself. Quite a sight, isn't it? You certainly don't see that every day.
Do you think Poppy's already seen the hippogriffs?
Absolutely.
Likely already
To the left is the Forbidden Forest. Out of bounds to all students.
Hence the name.
Precisely. They think it's too dangerous. I think they need to have more confidence in our defensive abilities. Ah! You can see Hogsmeade just past those ruins up ahead. Have you had much of a chance to explore the castle?
A little. It's positively enormous.
It is that. I've been there 5 years and barely scratched the surface. Loads to see, places to discover.
Oh, any you'd like to share with the class?
Perhaps one day. I can't go around telling you all my secrets now, can I? You still haven't told me how you became so good at dueling. I've always thought Thestrals pulling a carriage a bit grim. Though I suppose most people don't actually see them at all.
But you can see them.
Unfortunately. But you've seen quite a bit yourself firsthand too. Most notably that dragon attack. Hopefully the rest of your year isn't as eventful. Mr. Moon! He's the Hogwarts caretaker. Looks a bit worse for wear. Hello, Mr. Moon. Have you met our new 5th year?
Pleasure. You might want to turn back, Mr. Sallow. Turn and run.
Is everything all right, sir?
Oh, look right at me. Eyes big as saucers.
What did, Mr. Moon?
Guys. Ugly and hairy and terrifying. I shall be at the castle where it's safe. Good luck to both of you.
A demi-guise? I don't know what he's putting in his pumpkin juice, but he's obviously had too much of it. I've never seen Mr. Moon in such a state. Mr. Moon is quite the character. My sister Anne thinks he's lovely, but I'd say he could improve a bit as a caretaker.
Oh, is your sister in Slytherin too?
She is, or rather, she was. She's not well at the moment, but she'll be better soon and back at Hogwarts.
Revelio.
Honestly, One could bottle the magic of this place. I don't know if it's the shops or the people, but there's just something about Hogsmeade. We all flock to it like moths to a flame.
Revelio.
So how would you like to do this? Weasley told me you had a list of things to get, a wand and some other bits.
Yes, Dittany seeds, some spellcrafts, and some potion recipes.
Perfect. Can't wait to see what you do with the new wand. And a short list gives you plenty of time to poke around the village. I just have to pop into a shop to find something for my sister. Let's meet up in the town circle when you're finished. Remember, have fun. It's Hogsmeade.
I'll be right with... Ah, it's you. Just a moment, please.
Hello, sir. I'm looking for...
For a new wand, yes. It's about time.
Yes, about time.
Well, you're our new fifth-year student, are you not? Oh, what am I saying? Of course you are. Gerbold Ollivander's the name. But of course, you'll have heard of the Ollivanders, I'm sure. Finest wand makers in the world. It's a pleasure to meet you, truly. Now, come with me. Let's find you the perfect wand, shall we? No, not you. Yes. Powerful core. 10.5 inches. You might do. Here, give this one a try. Well, go ahead, swish. How odd. Once more, come on, really swish it. Oh dear. Well, this isn't a good match at all, is it? We'll find you something, not to worry. No, not you. Perhaps... Yes. A rare wood, 13 3/4 inches, dragon heartstring. Let's give this one a try. Oh, goodness. Looks like it's back to the shelf for you. This is proving to be trickier than I had anticipated. How perplexing. Where are you? Perhaps you? There you are. Yes, I think you might be the one. Here, take it.
Huh? ไม้โอ๊กใช่เลย
How intriguing.
Curious indeed. How intriguing. Curious indeed. How intriguing. Curious indeed. How intriguing. Curious indeed.
มันไม่มีแบบไม้ที่มันมืดมนเลยอะ
How intriguing. Curious indeed. How intriguing. Curious indeed. How intriguing. Curious indeed. How intriguing.
ไหนดี
Curious indeed. How intriguing. A dragon heartstring wand is most powerful and learns quickly. What do you think? Extraordinary.
Another wand, another beginning of a bright and magical future.
Now, how did that feel?
Good. Different. I sensed a sort of surge of some kind.
A match. Your connection seemed particularly powerful. The right wand will learn from you, just as you learn from it.
I'm eager to try it out.
I would imagine so. A wand with a dragon heartstring core is capable of dazzling magic. And the bond between you and your wand should only grow stronger. Do not be surprised at your new wand's ability to perceive your intentions, particularly in a moment of need.
That sounds wonderful, Mr. Ollivander.
I'll let you get to it. Do come and see me again if ever I can be of further assistance.
Revelio.
Hello.
Oh, come in! Come in! Welcome to Madame Snelling's Tress Emporium. I'm sure I've no need to introduce myself. They used to call me Snelly. Oh, Snelly, why aren't you studying to be an aura? But I showed them. They're stuck in the dust at the ministry and I'm here thriving. Absolutely thriving. But look at you. Look at you. I can certainly see why you paid me a visit. Looking for a change, are we?
Why not, I say? What sort of change?
Some are going for that muggle with consumption, sort of death becomes me allure. But you won't find poisons here. No need for chloride of lime or ammonia when you have magic. Why don't you spend a moment choosing how you'd like to look? You can change your hair too if you'd like.
What services do you offer?
What is it you might be interested in?
I told you not to go down that path.
I just thought...